and now the Chief Minister of Delhi in a remarkable rise, remarkable journey through the ranks of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Began as a student leader in the ABVP and is known to be close to the RSS. But I'm not going to give away too much, viewers, because she's going to be meeting the Lieutenant Governor shortly, submitting her credentials. Tomorrow will be the oath taking at around 12:30 when she'll be sworn in, along with a Deputy Chief Minister, Parvesh Verma. He was tipped to be the favourite after, of course, having upset Arvind Kejriwal in the New Delhi constituency. But it appears that the party has considered him for the Deputy Chief Minister's post, and there will be 6 others who will be sworn in that glitzy ceremony tomorrow at the Ramleela grounds. She will be, of course, Delhi's 4th Chief Minister, woman Chief Minister to be very specific, but she will also be India's 18th woman Chief Minister overall. So, viewers, this lady will now be the person who will guide Delhi into this major transformative stage that we are being told will prepare the grounds for a Viksit Bharat, a capital suitable for a Viksit Bharat. I want to go straight across to Aman Sharma, CNN News 18 ace political journalist and analyst. Aman, what really made the cookie crumble in her favor? One wasn't expecting this. I know that the BJP pulls out surprises, but I remember reading a few articles. She wasn't even in the first 3 contenders. So where's she come from?
Well, Rahul, her name was doing the rounds, at least in the first 5 or 6 probables, maybe for all this week when everybody's been speculating. But I think a 50-year-old woman, somebody who's come from the grassroots, student politics, close to the RSS, became a councillor, has, tried her hand even as a Delhi BJP Mahila Morcha, so knows some bit of administration. I think BJP and the RSS both wanted to go for a grassroots leader who does not have any family dynasty, family lineage. Sure, she may be just a first-time MLA, but still BJP reposing her faith in Rekha Gupta. Also, very importantly, Rahul, BJP does not have a single woman chief minister of the country right now. They are in power in various states, various caste combinations, CMs are there, but no woman chief minister. This coming after BJP, got the women's reservation bill passed in parliament, and the Prime Minister has been repeatedly talking about Nari Shakti, woman empowerment. Delhi is also a very important state where women have this time reposed their faith in the BJP coming from the Aam Aadmi Party. So I think all these factors seem to have turned the, into favor of Rekha Gupta. That said, Rahul, she has a very tough task ahead. What I'm learning from BJP sources that she has to really hit the ground running. BJP in the first 100 days of the Delhi government wants visible change on the ground, visible change on the streets of Delhi. They want to roll out Ayushman Bharat scheme very quickly. They want to clean the city of sanitation, issues which are there, potholed roads, that needs to change. The drains need to be desilted before the monsoons. So, all this is a very onerous responsibility on Rekha Gupta, but the Prime Minister reposing her faith in Rekha Gupta to lead this team of 6+1 and, give the visible results to the people on the ground, because it's a huge mandate given to the BJP. And BJP, after Sushma Swaraj, has repeated a woman as the Chief Minister in Delhi.
Yes, so Aman, now it's interesting because all of this has also happened in the backdrop of the RSS chief visiting Delhi. How much of the RSS factor is played into this decision? Remember, the Jat vote, viewers, in Delhi is substantive. Of course, Delhi is surrounded by the Jat belt, so to speak, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, as well as, of course, parts of Rajasthan. So it would have made imminent sense, really, if you wanted to go and play the identity card with Parvesh Verma. But here you have Ms Gupta, who's come in, representing really the trader community, I would presume.
Yes, Rahul, Parvesh Verma was also considered for long the front runner because he had defeated Arvind Kejriwal from the seat. The chief ministers, right from Sheila Dikshit to Arvind Kejriwal, always come from the New Delhi seat, whoever won the New Delhi seat. So that's why he was the front runner. Even when we talked about the Banya community, Vijender Gupta is a much more experienced leader. He may now become the speaker for all you know. But I think the BJP has really gone in for a woman leader. RSS influence, I think, definitely is there. The inputs were definitely there. It is not lost to anybody that Mr. Mohan Bhagwat was in Delhi today, and the senior BJP leaders, Mr. JP Nadda, Rajnath Singh, met Mohan Bhagwat before this legislative party meeting happened, and the party meeting was also kept on a day when Mr. Mohan Bhagwat was in Delhi. So, anybody can form their connections from that. But I think RSS inputs have definitely been taken into consideration by the BJP, and that is why we see a old RSS hand and what the BJP leaders are describing to me, a grassroots leader who can really perform in Delhi. That's what the BJP is looking at, a person who can really perform and change the face of Delhi, at least the change to be looked in its last first 6 months.
Just hold your thoughts, Aman, because I want to play out a soundbite. That's her first reaction to this announcement, looking very obviously extremely pleased. But also, I suppose, viewers, she will now be conscious of the weight of expectations. But listen in.
धन्यवाद मेरे शीर्ष नेतृत्व का, आदरणीय मोदी जी का, हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आदरणीय नड्डा जी का, आदरणीय भाई वीरेंद्र सचदेवा जी का, हमारे पर्यवेक्षक आदरणीय रविशंकर जी का, आदरणीय धनखड़ जी का, पूरी पार्टी के सभी कार्यकर्ताओं का, जिनका आशीर्वाद आज मुझे यहाँ मिला, मेरे सभी विधायक साथियों ने जिन्होंने अपना समर्थन देकर के मुझे ये बड़ी जिम्मेदारी दी है, मैं सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ और आप सबके आशीर्वाद, सहयोग और समर्थन के लिए दिल की गहराई से आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ.
Now, Aman, very quickly, we of course heard Ms Gupta thanking the senior leadership of the party for reposing trust and faith in her. But does she have the confidence of all the legislators, or is there really a faction that was behind Mr. Verma? And are we going to see a certain amount of, let's just put it this way, healthy competition?
Well, Rahul, I think in the BJP, the culture is that before the name is announced, obviously everybody puts forward their case. There is healthy competition. Their supporters will, vie for their leader to become the legislative party leader. But once a decision is taken right at the top from Mr. Narendra Modi, and once the decision is announced, we see everybody fall in line. You can see it in Rajasthan, you can see it in Chhattisgarh, in Madhya Pradesh, when relatively, I would say, junior leaders. In Rajasthan, you had a first-time chief minister in Bhajan Lal Sharma. They were much more senior MLAs, and even a union minister in Rajavardhan Rathod, who's now minister in the Rajasthan government. But everybody falls in line. There is a discipline in the party, and once Narendra Modi and Amit Shah take that decision and it is announced in the list, there is no question of any factionalism now on. You could see the top three leaders of the party, Vijender Gupta, Mr. Upadhyay and Parvesh Verma, in fact, proposed the name of Rekha Gupta at his legislature party meeting. So that is the BJP's discipline. I don't think the BJP foresees any issue of any factionalism on this count.
Well, very interesting. And Aman, give us a quick rundown on what the cabinet is going to look like tomorrow. Do you have any inputs coming through?
Well, it's again a surprise, Rahul. I think we'll only know once they are on the stage. But definitely, I think Parvesh Verma would be a part of the mix because he was seen as a front runner. Some people are saying he may be the deputy CM. We don't have any official word as yet. We'll only know tomorrow. But I think BJP would like to do a caste combination, Rahul. Have an OBC, have a, maybe a Sikh leader also as a part of the cabinet. A Dalit leader definitely as a part of the cabinet because they also want to have got support of all the castes in this particular election. So it's a small cabinet, just 6 people plus the chief minister. But even amongst these 6 people, I would assume the BJP would want a good mix. We'll know tomorrow when their leaders are on the stage, when the Prime Minister is present and the oath is taken.
Well, yes, a momentous occasion for the BJP, of course, tomorrow, because that will capricen, viewers, their return to power after almost 3 decades. So Delhi hasn't had a BJP government for 3 decades. Here they've come with a substantive majority, commanding majority. They can do as they please. They also have, of course, the LG at the center, who is the liaison really between the NDA and, of course, the state government. So everything will fall into place. It'll be a triple engine, so to speak. You already have the LG, who's been photographed overseeing the cleansing of the Yamuna. So it all looks good for the Bharatiya Janata Party to deliver on its promises, and we'll have to also see the first 100 days in office as to what really substantively and optically changes on the ground under Madam CM's watch. And remember, she will be the 4th CM of Delhi. Sushma Swaraj, Sheila Dikshit, Atishi, and now, of course, Rekha Gupta. So, viewers, this is also an important assertion. Delhi's been known not to be very friendly to women, and I think a touch from a feminine perspective would benefit the city, as women leaders are more conscious of 50% of the population that usually doesn't have a say very much in the way the city is orientated. So viewers, big expectations. We're going to move on because we have some big stories to, of course, report, and we circle back to this momentous declaration by the BJP a little later on in the show. But viewers, let's shift focus. By February 26th, in just a few days, over 60 crore astikas will have taken a holy dip in the sangam in Prayagraj. These devotees are making the arduous journey not because they want to be posting reels on Instagram and YouTube, but because they have faith in the promise of spiritual salvation. Never forget that. This faith has never wavered from the day the Maha Kumbh began. It didn't waver because of the tragic stampede. If anything, the numbers rose on the next auspicious Snan day. And you will remember that, viewers, within days. There were more people crowding the ghats than on that fateful day, viewers. It did not waver. This belief, this faith did not waver on seeing the traffic jams or the crush of people packed into the trains. It did not even waver when the opposition led by Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav, Lalu Prasad, several Congress politicians, capped by the PDP's Iltuja Mufti, began an almost daily tirade claiming that important people were being given special treatment, that the water was a threat to body and soul, and that the Yogi government had not put its best foot forward to make the devotees comfortable, that there was a massive governance failure. Today, in the face of constant slander from political rivals and compulsive critics, UP Chief Minister signaled that he has had enough and has launched a withering counter-attack. Listen in, viewers.
कोई भी अनर्गल प्रलाप करते हैं, कोई झूठा वीडियो दिखाते हैं, तो इन 56 करोड़ लोगों की आस्था के साथ एक खिलवाड़ है, भारत की सनातन आस्था के साथ खिलवाड़ है। जो एक बार कुंभ में डुबकी लगाया और भूरी भूरी प्रशंसा की, व्यवस्था की प्रशंसा किया, जल की प्रशंसा किया, आयोजन की प्रशंसा किया, एकात्मता की प्रशंसा किया, कौन भेदभाव हुआ, कौन तुष्टीकरण हुआ, कौन सा तुष्टीकरण है? एक तुष्टीकरण नहीं, 56 करोड़ लोगों के आने का संतुष्टीकरण है, भारत के संतुष्टीकरण है, दुनिया का संतुष्टीकरण है। महोदय, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं कि क्या सनातन धर्म का अनुयायी बनना या सनातन धर्म के किसी आयोजन को भव्यता के साथ करना क्या कोई अपराध है?
Viewers, one doesn't have to draw attention to the derogatory references to the Maha Kumbh. You've heard them, and repeating them only gives baseless claims legitimacy. So I'm going to spare you that assault. But Yogi Adityanath is right to say that the remarks by the opposition leaders will only alienate Hindus. In fact, that might already be happening. And let me give the hard facts here straight up front, viewers, so that you can separate the wheat from the chaff. The BJP has won the grudge match against Samajwadi Party in the recent Milkipur by-poll. Now, Milkipur is in the heart of Ayodhya. Ayodhya that they lost in a big shock to them in the Lok Sabha elections. Now, viewers, just think about it. If the Maha Kumbh was going off so badly, if people were so disillusioned, would neighboring Milkipur have given the BJP a resounding endorsement? They wouldn't have, viewers. The voters wouldn't have. India bloc did poorly in Hindu-dominated Jammu in the 2024 assembly poll. In Kundarki, Uttar Pradesh, with 60% Muslim population won by the BJP's Ramveer Thakur with over 1.4 lakh votes, defeating 11 Muslim candidates, viewers. So the Hindus are standing behind the BJP. They see them as perhaps the BJP as perhaps their greatest benefactor. They don't trust other political parties with securing their interests. This is very telling, viewers, in the context of the debate we are having. The opposition constantly says that Yogi Adityanath, who is the saffron spearhead of the BJP, is letting down Hindus. But why then, viewers, are Hindus resoundingly voting for his party and, of course, voting for his brand of governance? BJP's Mohan Singh Bhisht in Delhi won Mustafabad constituency by 17,000 votes, where Muslim population is 40%. And this election took place very much when the Kumbh was on. The Assam Assembly poll in 2021, and I'm taking you back, viewers. Why? Because 67% Hindus voted for the BJP according to the Lokniti poll survey there. And that is one state that has seen demographic change. The Congress is still a very powerful party in Assam. Yet it can't make inroads because the Hindu is voting for the BJP, seeing it in a stressed geography as its basic benefactor. The hard facts prompt some basic questions tonight. Haven't the 56 crore pilgrims who have already flocked to the Maha Kumbh exposed the claims made by the opposition to be false? How is it that there are no spontaneous mass protests or cases being filed against the Yogi government for allegedly poor services, bad governance, malified intent, VIP favoritism, and several other things that Yogi and his government are being accused of? If Hindus were feeling let down by the Yogi administration, why did the BJP win the Milkipur seat, which is in the heart of Ayodhya Nagari? Viewers, think about that. Can the opposition back its claim with evidence to prove that the Yogi administration has suppressed Kumbh stampede deaths? These are fundamental questions, and I want to open this up tonight, viewers, because certain questions have to be asked. And I want to first begin with Dr. Sumansi Raman. Dr. Raman, I can't understand. Why would a whole bunch of opposition parties target the Maha Kumbh? And why would they do so with the malign intent of suggesting that people there are not getting a good deal, that people are being not looked after? Where is the, India is not a passive society, very reactionary people. They would have let their feelings be known. There would have been mass demonstrations. There would have been uproars. You have seen this in the past. I don't see that here. I don't even see anyone moving the courts or moving the police, filing FIRs to suggest that the numbers have been suppressed, etc., etc. So I want to ask you, where is this coming from? Calling the Maha Kumbh, you heard what Mamata said, and I don't want to repeat those words, but they're on our screens. There is repeat slander. And Yogi says this is hurting Hindu sentiments.
Rahul, I am still not clear as to which political party the chairman of the Central Pollution Control Board belongs, or which political party the National Green Tribunal is part of. Maybe you can tell us which political party those people belong, and maybe they should be replaced because they are the ones who have brought these charges of these coliform bacteria being present in very high levels. So this was not a political party which made these charges. It is the statutory bodies which exist to monitor the environmental pollution that have spoken up. So if you have any grouse, it should be against those agencies and why they have actually said what they did. Maybe they are all part of the Soros, deep state kit or whatever it is. Maybe they are funded by USAID. I don't know. You could come up with some fancy theory, but I think that they are not political. At least on the face of it, they are not political.
I want to ask you, Dr. Sumansi Raman. You're once again grabbing at the thin edge of the wedge.
I am not grabbing at the thin edge.
One second. One second, Mr. Let me finish, sir. Please, why are you jumping down my throat?
Banrejee did not give the report.
Let me speak. Yeah. Don't cut me off. Listen to my question. Sometimes it helps. Dr. Raman, Yogi Adityanath has come out and said that those assessments that have been made by the NGT are not adding up, that the water is absolutely clean. We haven't seen any outbreaks. The Kumbh has been on now for almost 5.5, 6 weeks. We're not seeing any outbreaks. We're not seeing any monumental sickness. We're seeing a large number of international guests coming there and also basically giving the thumbs up to the Yogi government, saying spectacular work done. Pradeep Bhandari will be joining us also. He'll respond to you, but explain to me, Yogi Adityanath has come out and contradicted the NGT. Do we have any other means to know?
Look, first of all, Rahul, I don't know on basis of what evidence the Chief Minister has contradicted the NGT or the CPCB. Maybe there are scientific studies that the UP government may have done, which he can put out in the public domain. It'll end the controversy then and there. So then we will know that CPCB has been lying or NGT has been telling falsehoods. So the question is, what basis is this charge being made? It's being made on the basis of testing the water samples.
No, please. Otherwise, are you telling me, no, hang on. Are you telling me that Jaya Bachchan, who came out 3 weeks ago, before any report was submitted, Dr. Raman was basing her analysis that the water is polluted and there are dead bodies floating in that water on some report, or she was just part of the malignant
Rahul.
campaign to try to try and make the Kumbh a formidable place so that Hindus won't go, so that all these people could turn around and say, see, this is a vote of no
Rahul.
confidence. I think there is a political edge to this. Let me open this up.
One point, Rahul. I want to ask those of you on this panel who want to come and defend the government, tell me honestly, look at the color of the water where the public were taking their snan, and look at the color of the
56
water
crore
where the VIPs,
Indians.
where the
56
VIPs,
crore Indians.
where
Have you
the
been?
VIPs
Have you
were
been, Dr.
bathing?
Raman? Have you been? No,
I
you
have not
haven't.
been.
56
I have
crore
not been.
Indians have gone
But
there.
people from
Would
my family
Indians
have
go
been.
to a place that looks like a
One
cespit,
second.
viewers? You see, this is
look at the
standard
colour of the
operation
water.
procedure. Standard
Look at the
operating
colour of the water
procedure.
in the VIP
Color of the
area.
water,
VIP area.
sir,
VIP
the color of
area.
the
Can I
water
tell you the
has to do
VIP
with the
area?
sediment. One second.
Did you see the VIP area?
Okay, one second.
Did you
Let
see
Rahul
the
Ishwar
point
come.
of
Rahul
contact?
Ishwar, yes.
Rahul
Rahul
Ishwar,
Ishwar come
just
in.
one submission.
Yes,
if I
please.
wanted the most cleanest of the purest of or looking good water, I can go to the 5-star hotel which is near me. They have a good swimming pool. I can take a dip there. But that is not the point. The point is Maha Kumbh is a spiritual occasion for me. Yes, I may face other difficulties. I may face challenges. When more people than the entire population of Europe or America are coming, yes, water may be a bit muddied. Nobody is saying no. But we are going there because there is a spiritual occasion there. There is a cultural celebration there. There is a civilizational resurgence and rejuvenation there. Let's understand the divinity and the piousness of the occasion. And when somebody, beyond any politics, I am a Gandhian who respects both political parties, beyond any politics, we feel offended as a normal Hindu that people are stigmatizing something regarding Kumbh. I don't want to use that particular M word that Mamata Banerjee used. See, it pained me as a Hindu calling Maha Kumbh as, I mean, let me be honest, let me tell it because people should know.
Yes.
Mrityu, this is bad. This is insulting. With all due respect, we should not use such words to any other religion. But had the same thing happened,
Mrityu
unfortunately, in many other situations also such happened. Will we use such a word towards our Christian brothers or Muslim brothers?
Not at all.
Hindus
Not
are
at
being-
all. They will not do
Absolutely
it.
no.
They will never do it.
Absolutely
They've
not
never
do
done
it.
it. And I had viewers, we had done this debate yesterday, and I had pointed out the list of, and I hate to do this because you see, viewers, no one wants to be reminded of tragedy. And this is not a competition in comparing deaths. This is not a competition in trying to suggest that one organization has done better because fewer people, even one death is too many. Let me tell you. But viewers, sometimes you have to pull out the facts. And we have seen repeated stampedes claiming hundreds, sometimes thousands of people in Mecca, Medina during the Hajj. I think Mr. Khan of the Samajwadi Party was there yesterday also. We deliberately got him back because, again, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav has underlined what Mamata Banerjee has said. And I asked very simple, and those are the figures on the screen, 1426 in 1990, the Minna Tunnel stampede. There are several others, very recently 2 viewers, but no one said that it has become a Mrityu .. No one said that, viewers. No one said. In fact, I'm scared of saying it because you know the reaction. There will be Sartan se juda. They will lop my head off. Tariq Khan will say, you deserved it. You're a hate monger. You're comparing Hindus with Muslims once again. You're setting this up for a clash between religions and faiths, etc. I'll get a lecture, viewers, and lose my head. But I want to ask Mr. Tariq Khan, and I want to ask you, if Hindus were feeling let down by the Yogi administration, why did the BJP win the Milkipur assembly seat, which is in the heart of Ayodhya Nagari, by defeating the Samajwadi Party candidate? If you were so in tune with Hindu aspirations, why did the Hindus there and the other voters kick you out, Mr. Tariq Khan? That would have been one place to show the BJP, listen, we've lost faith. But here, Mr. Tariq Khan, the Samajwadi Party candidate, was defeated. Nose rubbed into the ground. Why?
Kicked out, according to you, kicked out.
Kicked
It's
out.
all right.
Kicked out.
Kicked out.
Kicked out.
Okay,
Kicked out.
I
I'm
hope
asking
you'll
Mr.
give me
Khan,
time.
why did it happen?
I hope you
Why
will
did it
give me
happen?
time.
They were
I
kicked
hope
out.
you will give
Why
me
did
time.
it happen?
I hope you will give me time.
Go ahead.
I accept that people have kicked us. It's all right.
Yes.
Because it's their mandate. we'll take it on our head if they'll even kick us more. We had been kicked and we are ready to kick. I'll take your point. That means in 2024, Hindus of Uttar Pradesh kicked Yogi Adityanath because they have got less seats. More people voted to Samajwadi Party. That means they have kicked Yogi Adityanath.
You said it. You said it. You said that we won the election.
I'm leaving you.
You said we won the election, Mr. Khan. You said we won the election. You came out and said, Rahul Gandhi said that we had won the election. Rahul Gandhi has said it in Parliament that we have won the election, that the BJP was rejected and it was kicked out.
If you will not give me time, I'm leaving your show
Mr. Khan,
right now.
respond.
So,
did you not say it?
I want
Did
time.
you not say it?
I'm not coming here to only listen to you. You
Tariq Khan, did you not say it?
If you'll not give me time, I'll leave your show. I'm warning you. Listen to me. Whoever you are, listen to me. Give me time if you ask question. You said.
You asked me a question.
I'm not asking. Give me time. Give me
Oh,
time.
you are being rhetorical. Be rhetorical. Go ahead.
Give me time. If you'll not give me time, I'll leave your show. I'm again telling you.
Arey, Mr. Khan, go ahead with your point.
I'm going through the CPCB website. Okay?
Yes.
I found your Modi photo there. That means it comes under the Ministry of Environment. They say that the water is polluted. Now Yogi is saying that water is not polluted. Modi and Yogi, they are fighting each other. Now tell me that one of them are liar. So they should be expelled right now. If
Mr.
Yogi
Khan.
is lying, he must be, the UP government must say sorry.
Mr.
If
Khan.
Central Pollution Board is lying,
Mr. Khan.
then it should be dissolved by the government of
Mr.
India
Khan.
or Modi government. Simple.
Mr. Khan,
Who
simple
is
question
right
to
or
you.
wrong?
I want
I'm
to ask
asking
you.
who is right
You have
and
not.
wrong.
No, hang on. 1 second. Your legislator, Ms. Bachchan, has been saying this for a long time, even before this survey came out, this study came out, so to speak. Right? Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So she must be using some sort of device which no one has heard of, which gives her
Okay.
instantaneous results. No, 1 second.
1 second.
One
1
second.
second. You
All
have to
these
give me
claims
time
have
if
been
you're
made.
asking a question.
No, 1 second.
If you will not give me time,
Let me finish my question. Let me finish my question.
I'm again warning
Arey
you.
bhai, let me
Ask
finish
the
my question. You can answer both of them, but listen to the question. Okay, 1 second. Can you answer the question I'm asking you? Mr. Khan, secondly, why is it that the people of Milkipur rejected you, if it all is so bad?
I accept that rejection. That means people of Uttar Pradesh rejected, kicked Yogi Adityanath according to you. In 2024
Mr. Khan,
election.
answer the question.
That means
Why did you
losing
lose the
is
election
kicking.
in Milkipur,
Yesterday
in
you
Ayodhya?
told One of the spokespersons
Why did you lose the
yesterday
election?
said, जब कल एक प्रवक्ता ने बोला मिर्ची लग गई, you said that was a cheap
Why
language.
did you
And
lose
kicked-
the election?
kicking is
Why
a
did you
good
lose the
language.
election?
Kicked, that is non-constitutional language you are using.
Why
You said
did you
kicked.
lose the election?
You kicked, people kicked.
Why did you lose the election?
When somebody lose
Why
the
did you
election,
lose
that
the
means
election
people
in
have kicked
Milkipur?
us.
Can you please answer without getting hysterical?
That means Yogi Adityanath has been kicked.
Okay, he's been kicked out, but answer me. Why were you kicked out?
You accept.
Why were you
accept
kicked
it.
out? No,
You
why
have
were
to
you?
accept it.
Okay.
Why Yogi Adityanath was
Mr.
kicked
Khan.
out? I have
Mr.
objection
Khan.
to your language. Don't use
Mr.
kicking.
Khan,
People
Mr. Oh
have
God.
not voted for us.
He's
I am
completely
accepting it.
become hysterical on the show. Calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Calm
Take
down,
a
you should
take
calm
a
down.
deep breath.
Okay,
This is
okay,
not
you
a
take a deep
gladiatorial
breath.
contest.
You
Please
should
relax.
take
Calm
a
down.
deep breath. It's
Take
not
a
like
deep
that.
breath. I want to
Whatever
ask you.
want, you will say.
I'll
You have
persist
to-
with you, Mr.
You
Khan.
have to let us speak.
Mr.
You
Khan,
have to
a
let us
question.
speak.
A
You have
question.
to let us
Why
speak.
did you lose
That means
Milkipur?
This is a cheap language. You are
Why
using
did you lose
kicked out.
Milkipur?
You are using a cheap
Why did you
language and
lose
are a
Milkipur?
cheap anchor. A cheap
Why did you
language has
lose
been
Milkipur?
used.
Okay.
A cheap
Okay.
language
We're
used
obviously
by
not
a
going to
cheap
have what
anchor
is known
has
as a
kicked out.
constructive conversation with Mr. Khan, because obviously he doesn't understand, viewers, the phrase when viewers kick out an incumbent. He obviously doesn't. And I can't teach now the nuance of the language to him. It's too late for that. But viewers, fundamentally it is this. They are all entitled to their views. They are entitled to stand up and abuse Hindu faith, abuse the Kumbh, call it a Mrityu Kumbh. They can even come out and say, viewers, that Yogi Adityanath is a charlatan and not a chief minister. They can say all of that, and they have said it, viewers. They have also said it. But they can't explain a simple question. Why is it that the people rejected them? Delhi Assembly election happened. The Kumbh was still on. People were seeing things. They rejected the Samajwadi Party AAP alliance. They rejected the AAP Samajwadi Party alliance. Viewers, why? Why? This is a fundamental question. Pradeep Bhandari, would you like to answer? Mr. Khan, Pradeep Bhandari joins the debate. Would you like to answer?
Rahul, the fundamental reason why the Samajwadi Party was rejected in Milkipur was because they were anti-Hindu and anti-Sanatani. A fake news could work once and worked in Lok Sabha, but the people of India realized that an anti-Hindu opposition is not needed in Uttar Pradesh or in the country. Please look at what has happened to Samajwadi Party or the India Alliance. The Samajwadi Party or the India Alliance have an issue because more than 50 crore Sanatanis have taken dip at Maha Kumbh. They wanted to divide the Hindu society on caste lines. It failed. They wanted to make Hindu believe that they are not united. It failed. And in this frustration, whether it is Mamata Banerjee who called Maha Kumbh as Mrityu Kumbh, whether it is Samajwadi Party who was looking for Akbar in Maha Kumbh, or whether it is Lalu Prasad Yadav who called Maha Kumbh as Bekar, all of them are frustrated because they are seeing the unity of Sanatan at Maha Kumbh. This is why they were rejected in Milkipur and they will be rejected in the future. But the bigger point here, Rahul, is a fundamental point. A fundamental point here
Mr.
is
Bhandari,
that you also tweeted.
the question that has been asked also is, what about the CP report, the Pollution Control Board report, which seems to suggest that there is coliform in the water, there's bacteria, which suggests that there is fecal matter and human waste in the water. How do you respond to that?
Well, we will be appealing on that. The Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh has already said that the water is completely fit. It is fit for bathe. So we are studying the report and we will appeal on that.
You will appeal that. Okay. Quick response, Mr. Tariq Khan. Respond to Mr. Bhandari.
I'm not able to understand what he is saying. Means one of his part of ministry, one of the part of the government, central government saying that water is polluted. CM is saying water is not polluted. Fight among themselves. Let's and come out with a conclusion.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let Mr. Khan finish. Mr. Bhandari, 1 second, please.
Whether the water is polluted or not, GNP also have asked to display that water is polluted. They have not displayed it. They have not displayed.
No, 1 second. Mr. Bhandari, please. Let him finish. Let him finish, please. Let's not speak over each other.
It's the right of the people to know what is the level of chloroform in the water.
Okay.
So GNT said that you should display. People who are coming, they know that how the water of level of non-purified water, what is the level of that.
Let me very quickly, viewers, let me just very quickly put some. Yes, Rahul Ishwar wants to come in. Yes, Mr. Ishwar.
Just one submission.
Yeah.
You people are saying this to dampen the spirit and dampen the pious mood. That's the whole purpose. Yes. No, and if I want really a much more better water, absolutely yes. Who would not want that? When my family, my children come, of course we would want a better water. But having said that, see, entire thing is said to dampen the spirit. Please understand, whenever a Hindu occasion comes, they will come up with all the technical reports.
Okay, Dr. Raman wants to come in.
Anything else is there. It is to dampen the spirit. See, please attack Modi ji, please attack Yogi ji, but please spare Maha Kumbh and Hindu festivals. If you have a attack them. But please don't bring in Hindu festivals into disrepute.
Quick response, Dr. Raman. Yes.
I don't know, Rahul. This is a completely bizarre argument. Pradeep Bhandari says he will appeal against his own government's report. I don't understand this at all. And Rahul Ishwar says, don't do this. Don't. Who is he telling? Is he telling some opposition party, or is he telling who released this report? Why was the report released now?
Okay,
if the report
Mr. Bhandari.
Not come out, nobody is
Mr.
going to raise that issue now.
Mr.
Who
Bhandari.
released the report? Why was
it is an NGT order. I will answer that. It is an NGT order and you have the right to appeal in the High Court. Suman, go and see the law. So even if the report by the CPWD is submitted, ultimately it is the NGT which is asking about it. Point number 1. Go and read the statement of the Honorable Chief Minister in the floor of the House. Number 3. Despite all your conspiracies, your attempt to spread fear, more than 50 crore Sanatanis have taken dip and not a single Sanatani has fallen still. Your attempt to completely discredit Maha Kumbh has flopped.
Well, viewers, let me tell you. Viewers, let me tell you.
You are telling that where more than 50
viewers, there are other traditions. 1 second, Mr. Bhandari. There are other traditions also, viewers, where water plays a significant role. especially when it comes to prayer rituals. I don't see the NGT running around there testing the water, etc., etc. Now, yes, it has done so here. It has come out with a report. The government says we're going to contest it. But the fact is, viewers, there has been no massive disease outbreak. This has been said even by Jaya Bachchan before the report came out. She said that there are dead bodies floating in the water there. And that's the water, that's one of the reasons why the water has become unfit for consumption, human or otherwise. This all happened before the report. So today they're very conveniently saying that, oh, it's become a death kumbh, Mrityu kumbh, because the water quality is bad. No, viewers, all of this was not known. It has just become a convenient tool to now underline the slander, to give it some basis. Anyhow, viewers, look, we can keep going around in circles. The fact of the matter is that if you are making such a strident appeal, and Mr. Khan refuses to answer that question, and I don't understand why. He got very upset. The fact is, viewers, if you are constantly telling a bunch of electors that, look, only we can look after your interests, the other side that you have elected is letting you down, one would assume that those people would turn around and say, okay, you might be right. Yes, Yogi Adityanath is not doing a good job. So let us express our anger, our disappointment by not giving Yogi Adityanath or his candidates a vote. Unfortunately, viewers, that is happening. So the question here is, has Yogi Adityanath completely, therefore, been able to convince a variety of Hindus, a large majority of them, that he is the guardian of their interests? And if that is the case, viewers, then there's no argument to be made. Yes, health is very important. That report needs to be examined, and I do find it bizarre that the BJP is now going to go up in appeal in the NGT against the report. Perhaps they should look at the report. Perhaps they should conduct independent testing of the water there and get to the bottom of it. Viewers, let's move on, because the worst suspicions have also been confirmed by no less than the Chief Executive of America. Our suspicions of foreign meddling in our internal politics in this country. President Donald Trump has questioned why, in his words, the US deep state, spearheaded by the USAID, was channeling $21 million to India to fund an effort to boost voter turnout. He wants to know this, viewers. He's alarmed. Trump's shock and disbelief at the splurge at the cost of US taxpayers only confirms that the money was being sent for a nebulous purpose, for a purpose that even he can't seem to understand and get his head around, which should raise alarm bells in our country, viewers. Because what is stopping Mr. Trump from saying, no, that $21 million that was sent to India was for an important purpose, and here is the purpose. I'm demystifying it. But viewers, even he doesn't know, which means it's unaccounted for. It's the kind of expense that ought to have raised antennas anywhere, in any sovereign foreign country, especially if it was coming through in a multi-layered process. But listen in to what Trump has said.
Well, why are we giving $21 million to India? They got a lot of money. They're one of the highest taxing countries in the world in terms of us. We can hardly get in there because their tariffs are so high. I have a lot of respect for India. I have a lot of respect for the Prime Minister. He just left, as you know, 2 days ago.
Well, he's astounded, viewers. But here's how the cash was pumped into India and distributed among some unknown elements. Viewers, it comes in through, and let's pull that graphic up and put it on our screens. So viewers, you can see that it comes in through the main organization, which is USAID. And there you can see it, the humanitarian arm of the US government. And from there, viewers, it goes into CEPPS, which is an overarching body of a large number of other affiliated groups, American groups, that then funnel the aid into the coffers of Indian recipients. And you can see that chain. Now, viewers, the economic advisor to the Prime Minister, Sanjeev Sanyal, even tweeted wanting to know who received the funds here in India. The phrase influence voter turnout does have a rather dodgy ring to it. What does it mean exactly? Is it an endowment to pay voters bribes to vote? Or was it meant to be used to create a narrative in favor of one party? And if so, by whom? Now, viewers, there are several other steps through which this money has come in, and we'll pull out and put another graphic out there for you. But the fact is that all of this prompts one basic question. If the money wasn't meant to be used for nefarious purposes, then shouldn't the recipients make a voluntary disclosure? Does the donation prove that there has been an attempt by foreign powers to interfere in India's domestic, political, electoral affairs? Was the money sent to influence regime change? These are some fundamental questions, viewers, that we need to pose tonight, and we are going to do that because this is a very, very serious issue. We have seen the outcome of one election in the United States being completely changed, according to reputed sources within US government, by Facebook, algorithms that were G'd up by foreign powers to convince the voters to make choices. We have seen the power of these groups, viewers. So where was this money? Where has it gone? To whom has it gone here in India? And if it was for a clean purpose, shouldn't these groups just come out and say, yes, we are the recipients of this aid and it wasn't used for any nefarious purpose? Let's open this up. Let's open this up, viewers, and let's go straight across to our guest tonight. I want to begin with Dr. Raman on this point. I also want to begin with Mr. Gawande, Sheel Pandit also there with us. Dr. Raman, look, there is a lot of conversation now around this money, $21 million. It's not a small amount of money, let's be honest about it. We know it's come to this country. Trump has confirmed it. There is a whole now document data set that tells us. So I just want to ask, do you think the people who received it here for this rather hazy business of wanting to G up voter turnout, should these people now come out and say, look, we were the recipients, put their hands up?
Rahul, first of all, this is not a very safe topic to debate on a platform like this because it is going to completely backfire.
Okay.
Let me tell you very clearly. Now, I think that there should be a complete inquiry because, for instance, after 2014 to 2024, the USAID has spent close to $1.5 billion in India. Now, definitely there must be an inquiry with their MOU with the Ministry of Finance for the UPI payment, promotion through the Catalyst program. There must be an inquiry as to why the goodwill ambassadors that they had appointed, who they were and what was their role in the activities of USAID in India. There must be an inquiry into the Ministry of Agriculture, the MOU which they signed with the USAID to improve agricultural productivity. There must be an inquiry into the agreement that they signed with the Ministry of Urban Development in 2015 to contribute to the Swachh Bharat mission. I think there is a complete need for a full-fledged inquiry into all of this.
One second. I think you're mistaking. No, one second. One second. Dr. Raman, one second.
Complete agreement.
Yeah, one second.
USAID,
Just one second.
If it is a deep state.
Mr. Bhandari is also there with us. Let me bring him in. Let me bring in Mr. Bhandari, and I think.
It scares me like anything, Rahul.
Yeah, where is Mr. Bhandari? Let's get him on. Let's get Mr. Bhandari on to answer these questions. But fundamentally, viewers, there are many people today, and let's get all our guests in. Come on. I am hearing, viewers, that there is now an inquiry that is being ordered in government to track these funds. Now, I can't understand why there should be so much opacity. Why aren't the people who got this money coming out and declaring so, that they have been recipients? Now, viewers, Dr. Raman is being, one second, Dr. Raman is being too clever by half. What he's suggesting is that, one second, legitimate money that comes in to ministries from USAID. Now, viewers, there are organizations, there are fronts, there's legitimate activity, there's also illegal activity. Trump's problem is with the illegal part of this activity. And he's raising, one second, doctor, let me explain to the viewers, please. And he wants to ask fundamental questions of the American deep state. So, Pradeep Bhandari, let me bring you in on this conversation. You've been floating around from one set to the other, Mr. Bhandari, so let me bring you in. How do you respond to now the question, the central question, which is, should the recipients make a voluntary disclosure? Should the recipients make a voluntary disclosure of the money they have received? Mr. Bhandari.
Well, it has to happen. We will have an investigation into it, Rahul. The larger point here is the pattern. The pattern is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to fight the Indian state, and every action of Rahul Gandhi points towards that. It is not a mere coincidence that agencies and individuals who are related to Mr. Rahul Gandhi or who believe in Mr. Rahul Gandhi in the Congress party, all of them either directly or indirectly have allegations of receiving money from USAID. Recall the speech of Mahua Moitra where she spoke about the same topic for which USAID had given money. So yes, there will be an investigation in due course of time. But the larger point here is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is connected to individuals who want to destabilize India by fighting the Indian state, taking money from USAID, which an investigation will further reveal the truth that since when has the Congress party been receiving the money? How many proxies of the Congress party have been receiving the money? Is this only a recent phenomena before the 2024 election, or this has been happening since 2014?
Okay. Well, this is obviously, as I said, viewers, an inquiry that could have no time limit. This could go on forever. So we may never know. But Pradeep Bhandari, I am asking a more fundamental question, Mr. Gawande, tonight. Should the people who received it, if it is not money for nefarious activities, should they not come out and make a voluntary disclosure? And why aren't they doing so?
No, Rahul, the government seems to have made up its mind that these were nefarious activities, which is why it's gone all guns blazing. But as the pattern shows, this is yet another lazy attempt by the BJP, which seems to have picked up one statement that got said in the US to create a media furore here. You know, they call parties corrupt and then get into alliances with them. They call leaders terrorists and then give them tickets. And now they call USAID the deep state, and their government continues to partner with
hang
USAID
on. Let's
various
separate
initiatives.
separate the political wheat from the chaff. I want to ask you, Mr. Gawande, are you a secular outfit? Mr. Gawande, are you a secular outfit?
Yes, I am a secular outfit.
You are a secular outfit. What are you doing with the Shiv Sena that brought down the Babri Masjid?
No, Rahul,
that is not a question that you should be asking. No, hang on, just a minute. You see, everyone, viewers, politics is about the art of, one second, Mr. Gawande, one second. Politics is the art about making the possible impossible and the impossible possible. 1 second, Mr. Gawande, you had a very severe problem with the Congress at that time leader Sonia Gandhi because you said that she had foreign credentials. Your boss broke the Congress, stepped out because he could not trust foreign influence. These were his words, not mine. Today, who is he an ally with? Sonia Gandhi's Congress party. Now, viewers, who made this an issue?
But Rahul, how is this?
1 minute, I'll tell you how. Because if there is, Mr. Gawande, 1 second, if you listen to me, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how we connect the dots here. If you are so prickly about foreign interference in Indian affairs, you would be absolutely at the vanguard of wanting to basically agree with me and say, yes, all those people who accepted these funds, this $21 million, not a small amount, and we don't know how much it is. And remember, it's not the government of the day that has made this disclosure. It is not seeing things that don't exist. It is the American government, viewers, who has said that we have a problem. We have an organization called the USAID which believes in regime change internationally. Documents have come out. People have given interviews.
No, Rahul, but
was there a regime change being... No, 1 second. The government of the day believes that there is an attempt to try and weaken it. You, as the opposition now, having seen the facts as they've appeared internationally, are responsible in now allaying those fears. Should you be demanding a voluntary disclosure? Simple.
I demand a voluntary disclosure, but I also demand a government investigation. But let's bring some rationality into this debate. In 2003, when Jaswant Singh became the first finance minister, and I respect him for that, to say that India will no longer take foreign aid, we were the first to congratulate him. In 2004, Manmohan Singh, keeping up the principle of continuity, said that after the tsunami, we will not take foreign aid. In 2008, new guidelines were set in place to say how can we control exactly these kinds of interferences.
At that time, the Election Commission was signing MOUs and the Congress party was signing MOUs with the Chinese CCP. At the time when you are talking about these so-called red flags that you were concerned about, the Congress party that is in alliance with you was signing an MOU with the CCP of China. Sushil Pandit, would you like to respond?
Of course. And we mustn't forget what happened 20 years ago when Mitrokin archives came out. And they very clearly alleged this was a KGB spy who revealed these documents to the British journalists, where Congress party was on the take from KGB year after year, millions of rupees. This was funding for elections to prop up a political rump which pushed India, nudged India towards the Soviet bloc. Now, Indian democracy has been an open season for large powers, for superpowers, for blocs across the world, and this has been no surprise. The point is, today an American president who himself was stung by the American deep state 8 years ago, 4 years ago, is today out to unravel the entire cloak and dagger business of money peddling into politics, into democracy, to subvert public opinion, to subvert democracy from within. And this is what we have seen here at play. Whether it is the erstwhile Soviet KGB system propping up Congress, paying Gandhi family tons of money, and nobody has challenged that yet. It has come into a book. Today, USAID coming out through rump organizations in India trying to influence public opinion and influence elections. It calls for a very serious inquiry. And no, please do not conflate it with government to government MOUs for legitimate purposes. By doing so, you are obfuscating the issue. You're trying to give an easy pass to those criminals who have collaborated with the enemy in order to subvert the democracy from within.
Well, viewers, this is a very,
this can never be accepted.
You see, we cannot, there are legitimate grants that have been given to ministries which are examined by the CNAG. That money that is received, there is always an audit that is done. But then there is this other money, $21 million, and we don't know how much more there is, viewers. We don't know, because it was a part of a very, 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 very large tranche. Some of it has gone to Serbia, other countries, Bangladesh, for example, Prague, which is the Czech Republic, several other places, and Moldova, and then of course it lands in Delhi, viewers, in India. There it is, Mali. The aim is social cohesion. Here, of course, it is about boosting electoral turnout. What does that mean? It's a euphemism for what? I don't know. I would have expected all political parties today to come and call for a special session of parliament to demand answers. Yet, viewers, what do we get?
Inquiry.
We get obfuscation. We don't even still know. We don't know. Why isn't the opposition asking the Congress party, for example, to declare what was the MOU with China? We still don't know. Why was China funding the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation? We don't know, viewers. No answers at all. And no one seems to be bothered. And Gavande's party, the NCP, walked out of the Congress because they feared that foreign credentials of the leader would be a detriment to governance.
They call themselves nationalists.
And today, and they call themselves the Nationalist Congress Party, as opposed to I don't know what, viewers, but nonetheless, they're back together. Ranks are closed. You think about it. We'll take a short break. Vantage coming up with Palki Sharma.
Presented by.
We have the official confirmation now. Yatindra of News18 is confirming that Rekha Gupta has been officially announced as a leader of the legislature party of Delhi BJP. She will now be the next chief minister. This is confirmed, and first here on News18, our colleague Yatinder has just reported this. First time MLA, former DUSU president, formerly with the ABVP, somebody who spent many years in the organization of the BJP. Rekha Gupta, first time MLA from Shalimar Bagh in North Delhi, has been officially named as the next Chief Minister of Delhi. Arun Dhanta, my colleague, is outside the Delhi BJP office. Arun, it is now official, it is confirmed. Delhi gets a woman chief minister. Rekha Gupta is the next chief minister of Delhi. Please fill us in with the details.